Bay quá nó âm âm hình như chưa cứ thỉnh thoảng nó lại
Yes. All right. Yeah. So yeah, can we start the session? Yeah. Can you write? Yes. I cannot hear you. Yeah.
Okay, how about now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to share a little bit experiences on how I integrate Skype in the classrooms, and also I will share my experiences in handling Minecraft and also integrating Minecraft in my lessons. Minecraft. Okay, so first of all, my full name is quite long, which is Muhammad Aliff bin Osman. But people call me Aliff. I am a geography teacher, and currently I work in a boarding school located in Malaysia. So basically, I'm from Malaysia, and my school, most of my students are from a lower socioeconomic family. So most of them are poor, but they have or get a great achievement while they're in primary school. So then our government has created this kind of school, to boost or to develop these kids' potentials to be a better persons in future. So this one of the example of my class teacher at the end of every Skype sessions we made. So my students love to take selfie photos with the other classes. So in this picture, we are basically taking picture with classes from Japan. I don't remember the teachers, but then we take the picture with classes from Japan. Okay, so
But excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. Today you just share about your video or indirect, or direct.
First time you have done.
I mean, you live stream or you just use your video.
Pardon? Can you repeat?
Yeah, excuse me. Today
Okay.
you are going to share your video that you made it, or you just live stream.
No, I just share my slide presentations. I have no video at all.
Thank you.
So I'm prepare slide presentations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So we have been started using Skype in the classrooms on November 2016, and from now on, I mean, until now, we already have, I think, more than 300 Skype sessions, and I've bring my students to more than 40 countries all over the world. So yeah, we oftenly use Skype in my classroom. So basically, we use Skype for this kind of activity, which is the virtual field trip. And then we also invite several great guest speakers to my classroom. And then we also doing a Skype collaborations with other classes from all over the world. And then the most interesting part of the Skype activity and related to my subject is the mystery Skype, since I am a geography teacher. So mystery Skype has helped me to enhance my students' mapping skill in my classrooms, which is good for them to learn geography.
Could you tell me about how to teach the children learn geography?
How to learn? You mean how to learn geography?
Yeah, the best way.
Yeah. So, for example, when we do a virtual field trip activity in our classroom, we can help our students to develop their understanding on several topics. For example, in my classrooms, we already visit the turtle conservations in Australia and United States. So then my students get a better understanding on how we can conserve the environment and the turtle as well. So we can relate it to our subject. Okay. So this is the example on the Skype collaborations. This is only one of the example. We do, I think, a lot of Skype collaborations before. So these are one of the example that we do in our classroom.
Pardon me. How many countries have you visited via Skype?
More than 40 countries. 40 countries.
40 countries, okay?
Yeah, 40 countries in total.
Fantastic, okay?
Okay. So this is basically for my students' assessment, where I assign them to present our country tourism activity, and then the other classes that we collaborate with also do the same thing, which they present their country tourism activity. So this kind of activity, I think, good for our students, because at the same time we help them, or we encourage them to enhance their communication skill, especially their English communication skill. It's helped them a lot in practicing their English language, which is good for them.
But can you tell me what are the difficulties if the student can encounter when they use Skype, in classroom? I mean the difficulties. Okay.
You mean the challenges?
I know some advantages, but I don't know about the difficulties.
Difficulty or challenges, right? Okay, so the first one is the time zone, the differences of the time zone. Sometimes we do the Skype sessions at night because we are a boarding school where all my students live in the hostel. So we often do the Skype session at night. If we want to do a Skype session with classes from American continent. The second challenges is the language barrier. I mean the language. Most of my students have a low efficiency in English language because most of them are from rural area, which most of them not really get enough opportunity to get exposed with the real world. So that we take this as a platform for my students to enhance their communication skill, especially for the English language. But then Skype actually have a features which is allow you to translate the language. So that I think language is not really the challenges when we conduct a Skype session, because there is a Skype translator on Skype. So I think there is two main challenges if we want to integrate Skype in our classrooms. Okay. So beside doing lessons in my classroom by using Skype, we also conduct a project. So for example, we conduct a social service project with Mitahato Education and Development Fund on November 2016, where my students are doing a collaborative project with that organizations to help HIV Family Initiative in Kenya. So in this project, my students managed to raise for about $300 and then they give to the organization to help the HIV family in Kenya. And this is the outcome of the project, where the money have been used to build a water pump for the community, for the HIV community in Kenya, which is, I think, a very good impact when we use Skype in our classrooms, and in order to empower our students to become a global learner. And at the same time, we support the SDGs sustainability development goal 2030. And I think Choi is one of the great educators I ever known. Not only she great in Skype in the classroom, but also she is great in sustainability development goal 2030.
You mean that? You mean that based on Skype we can carry out some global goal, okay?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
For example, the no poverty goal, and also the quality educations, and or maybe climate actions. Yeah.
A normal project, okay? Yeah.
We can align the SDGs goal in Skype in the classroom.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So
Your students have a chance to do project. And how many geography lessons do you have a week?
I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how many lessons, but then I think in my estimations, I think more than 50 lessons of geography. More than 50 lessons that cover 3 grades in my school, which is the 7 to 9 grade students in my school.
Yes, a big number. Thank you.
Yeah, a big number. So this is one of the example that we conduct in our club, in our classroom, which my student has conducted an experiment, a science experiment, to show to the students at Marara High School of Kenya. Basically, the students in Marara High School did have a basic science apparatus to make a science experiment, so that my students show them how to conduct a real science experiment by using a real apparatus. So this is one of the example how we can use Skype in the classrooms. We are not only teach our students how to communicate with the other, but at the same time we teach empathy to our students.
Yes.
And this is for the PJ Arabic. PJ means easy in Malaysia. So there is some of non-Muslim students in my school learn Arabic languages as a third languages in my school. So then they learn Arabic from a student from Arab, such as Qatar, and then Bahrain, and then UAE. So they learn lively with the classes who practice or who use Arab language as a main language in their country.
Excuse me. In Malaysia, Tamil, English, and Malaysian are spoken in Malaysia.
Yeah. In Malaysia, our main language is Malay language, and then our second language is English language. And then we have Arabic, then we have Mandarin, and we do have a German and French, but just a little amount of students who learn that kind of languages. But then we use 2 main languages, which is Malay language and then the English language.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is our coming project, our SDGs project, which is the Bornean Sunday Hero. And again, we use Skype in the classroom as a main tool, and also we use Minecraft to build a world of the Sunday. So I will share this project to Choi, and if there is some of you interested to participate in this project, you can ask me or email me for the participations soon.
Thank you.
So,
for the next time,
yeah.
for the next time, you give our students more interesting lesson. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is the biggest event of this Skype in the classroom, which is the Skype-a-thon. So for the past 2 years, we have been participated in this great event, which is in this event, or the Skypeathon is a great opportunity for teacher and student as well to build a network with other classes from other country. So yeah, you should have joined the Skypeathon event that will be held on November 6 to 7 this year.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, this year.
Okay, thank you for the show.
Last but not least, I will share a bit information, a bit experiences on how I integrate Minecraft in my classroom. So for Minecraft introductions, we have been using Minecraft in my classrooms since April 2017. And Minecraft, I think, is not only a game. One of my biggest fear when I first integrate or introduce Minecraft in my classroom is I'm not a gamer. I'm not really a gamer, and then I'm not really familiar with Minecraft. But then I think I have my students who really know about Minecraft, and then I gather all of these great to learn together with me, and then I just understand the concept of the game, and after that I start construct my own lessons that integrate Minecraft in my classroom. For me myself, using Minecraft in the classrooms will beneficial you in 3 different ways, which is the most important thing is it helps you to encourage your students to collaborate each other, and it is also spark your students' creativity skill, and then at the same time it will help or enhance your students' thinking skill, which is the creative and then the critical thing. So this is the example of the work of my students, and this is the example on how my students use Minecraft in my classrooms. So basically in my geography lessons, I've been using Minecraft I think for 20 to 30 lessons in my classroom, and it is covered students from 7 to 9 grade in my school. So they're basically using Minecraft to demonstrate their understanding on particular topic. So instead of doing some presentation or maybe some using a Kahoot or so on, so that I'm using Minecraft, so then my students can learn in fun ways, which is through a game-based learning. So with that, I think that's all from my sharing and presentations today. So if you have any questions, you may ask.
Yeah, warmly thank you.
Aliff, so do you want to help?
Yeah.
I think it's very useful for us to use our skill. But can you tell me something about our country?
Pardon, can you repeat?
Tell me something about our country, your country, and your education system.
Oh, my education system.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, in our state, I mean in our country, we have 2 level of educations, 3 level of educations, which is the first one is the primary school, which students primary school, and then for 6 years, students have to go to the primary school, and then students have to go to the secondary school for 5 years. So it is total 11 years for primary and secondary school. And I think we don't have a big differences between my country and your country. We do have, I think, a similar education system, and we still stuck at the exam-oriented education system, which is, I think, not really good for our students' development. So that by integrating this kind of technology in our classrooms, we may help our students to enhance their skills for a better future.
How many subjects do your students have finished the higher school?
You mean how many subjects in my school?
Yes.
I think for year 7 to year 9, they learn about 12 subjects. 12 subjects, and then in for 10 to 11 grade, my students learn about 9 subjects,
Nice.
which is most of them a science-based subject, because we are a science-based school.
Yes. What about the traditional food?
Pardon?
Can you tell me about some traditional food in your country?
Traditional food.
Yes.
So we do eat nasi lemak, which is a rice, and then rice, and then there is some chili, and then egg, and a fried fried fish, and we do also eat soup, and sometimes we eat rendang. How about you? How about your country?
In our country and chicken cake,
Okay.
and
Cengkai?
rice,
Rice?
pork. Do you know
Pork.
pork?
No, not really.
Famous in Vietnam.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Would you like
Yeah.
to visit our country, Vietnam? There are not
Yeah.
a beautiful place to visit and a lot
Yeah.
of traditional food. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope.
Actually we plan to make a school trip to Southeast Asia country. So maybe in future we can plan for a collaboration project which my school will visit your school. I hope so.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
I hope so. I hope so.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah, Aliff, thank you very
Yeah.
much. Because I strengthened something about Office 365 and use Skype in the classroom, and thank you very much for your preparation and presentation. And I will contact you as soon as possible. And see you later. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. Goodbye.
Yeah. So can you say goodbye to here?
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye. Okay, goodbye.
Yeah.